These lights are way too bright. For sure, these lights are way too bright. Alright, what's the deal? What's happening? What's going on? What's up? I hope everything is okay. I hope my focus is okay. I hope my lighting is okay. I'm still doing a lot of experiments with my footage and production, so although I have nobody to apologize to, bear with me. Today I have absolutely nothing on my mind, body, and soul other than I'm tired of editing. Like, I don't know. I don't like editing. It's not fun to me. So yeah, I'm not good at it. And so maybe that's why it's not fun to me. The software that I'm using, I'm not good. Like, I'm not comfortable with the software, so that could be a problem. But I couldn't figure out why I didn't like the vlog. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I didn't like it, but I had to really sit down and ask myself, like, what's wrong? You know, what's wrong with this thing? And that's one of the biggest problems for sure, editing. Now, what am I gonna do about that problem? Okay, problem, solution. We don't just complain over here. We don't just cry and moan over here. Well, you have a problem now. What are you gonna do about it? I don't know, bro. I thought about, like, just editing less. I don't know. I mean, when I say editing less, I mean just making fewer cuts. So just allowing myself to be more exposed in regards to my pauses, my tones, you know. Don't try to butcher and chop up the whole fucking tape, the whole fucking footage, you know? Let that shit play out for 5 minutes if I'm talking for 5 minutes straight. But I don't know. I think the problem lies in me not knowing the software. So what I did was I bought a book. I bought a book because I wanted to learn the program as if I was in class. I've taken college classes before. I've actually taken graphic design classes before. So I'm kind of familiar with learning, you know, from like a course book, learning in a classroom setting and shit like that. I love learning from YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of people would suggest that. The problem with learning from YouTube, though, is that majority of people who post things on YouTube nowadays, they're doing it to earn a paycheck or to gain a certain type of interaction. And also, it's harder to navigate when you have a video. You're kind of like, for me, it's easier to navigate through a book. I don't know why I feel like I have to explain why I want a book over studying on YouTube. I don't know who cares enough. I don't know why I care enough to explain and then defend myself. But I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I think I do that because I'm not against YouTube. And I wish I could study on YouTube, but certain stuff you just can't study on YouTube. Certain stuff I'd rather study from a book. And that's that. I'm gonna leave that alone now. So, my point is, I bought a book because I want to learn the program. I feel that if I learn the editing program and understand it better, then I will be able to edit better and faster, more efficiently. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try that, and hopefully that goes well. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. What else? There's multiple things that are wrong with my videos, but I had to break it down in pieces because trying to tackle it all at once was very overwhelming for me. So there's editing, we talked about that. There's also just like the whole presentation. You notice how I have a different scene today, okay? This is intentional. I'm trying to spicing it up just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to be moving soon, but this is still my studio. Therefore, my studio should have a certain ambiance to it, if you will. It should have a certain feng shui about it. It should feel a certain way, look a certain way, smell a certain way, and I am in the process of developing that way, if you will. And so bear with me. I am trying out new things, and I like the whole plant idea. Like I'm a plant guy, you know. I don't know if that's feminine or not, but I'm gonna make it masculine if I do say so myself. I don't know what it is about plants. I like the smell of like fresh dirt and leaves. So I'm not really like a trendy type plant person, you know. I'm not super peaceful. I'm not really into crystals, you know. I'm not vegan. I'm not like trendy, but anyway. So yeah, my point is just presentation has been bothering me, what I'm presenting to the camera, because as I'm editing the footage, I'm irritated about what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is fucking disgusting. Like, oh my God, what I'm seeing is fucking disgusting, and I don't like it. So yeah, you know, I didn't want to make my environment too spicy. Like, I didn't want to do too much. Like, I'm not poor. If I wanted to, I could spend a couple of $100s on a background, just for a background. But I didn't want to do all that. I kind of wanted to naturally develop. And also, once I picked the title, I kind of felt like I couldn't spice up my background because now I'm stuck in this depressing fucking theme. That's another topic I'm going to talk about probably tomorrow. But yeah, you know, just because my title or my theme is depression or therapy, you know, it doesn't mean that I have to have a sad background or a somber background. Like I can still have my plants, you feel me? I can still make it attractive, if you will. So that's what I'm attempting to do. I am attempting to, and I don't really know anything about interior design or room design or feng shui. Like, I'm not a decorator, okay? So I am learning when it comes to that. I'm not gonna act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I don't. So it's all a process, okay? There's another part. We talked about editing. We talked about the visual, the presentation, like what you see. There's another part that's irritating. Also, what you hear, what I'm hearing when I'm editing these videos is irritating to the max. That one is a little bit tricky to fix. That one is probably the hardest to fix because that one is going to take the most time. It has a lot to do with my speech patterns, you know. How long it's taking me to come up with the next word. My ability to stay on topic. My ability to tell a story. my ability to think on the spot, randomly, on the spot. Yeah, my ability to speak on the spot. All those things take time to build, man, through just practice, repetition. Sometimes it's going to change from day to day because I do record every day. I am not going to feel the same every day, especially in the beginning because, well, that's the difference between an amateur and a professional. You know what I mean? And yeah, no, I'm not a professional when it comes to daily vlogging or daily recording at all. I'm an amateur. I'm a noob. Also, aside from repetition, is also going to take studying. I believe that if I read more, if I study more, write more, if I just start working out my thoughts and my ideas more, then I will become a better thinker and a better talker. So I will have more things to talk about and think about as well. So, and all that stuff just takes time. So that one is kind of frustrating. I didn't smoke today to help that, because I noticed that the last video that I posted, I was talking okay, the story was coming out fine, it was funny, and then I smoked, like during the video, but I cut it out. And then everything after that was just very sporadic. It was just very off the wall. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? So, I'm not gonna fucking smoke before the videos, things like that. I'm just learning what it takes to create a product that I actually enjoy. Because that is important. Okay? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how important it is to create a product that I enjoy. Whether I'm depressed or not is besides the point. I think that telling myself I'm depressed has enabled me to I lost the fucking idea. Telling myself that I'm depressed has given me a reason not to enjoy my life. Yeah. I think telling myself I'm depressed has given me a reason for not enjoying my life. I think the root of all my sadness probably came from just me not enjoying life at some point, and I know what point that is. I will get into that later. But at some point in my life, I just stopped enjoying it. And I took on the title Depressed because, well, that title has lingered on in my family, in the media. It just lingers around. You know, it's like synonymous for a deeply sad person. Nobody really understands it. Nobody really knows what it is, how to fix it. It's just there. So I attached myself to this word, to this idea. Excuse me. It was easy for me because depression runs in my family, you know. But the majority of the time that I was depressed, quote unquote, I was actually doing what I wanted to do. I was actually enjoying myself. Now, was I enjoying my life? Was I appreciating my life? Was I doing things that will benefit my life, right? Give me more life, healthy life? No. I was living a very suicidal life, but I was happy because that's what I wanted out of life. I wanted life to leave me the fuck alone. So the further I walked in that direction, the happier I was. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not depressed. That's not the same as depressed. I don't know. I don't know what depressed is. Maybe that is depressed. But for me, I would call that like suicidal. Like, I gave up. And I feel like from giving up, I turned into a depressed fuck. I turned into somebody that was like, oh man, I don't want to leave the house. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. You know, because I told myself that the life that I was living while I was giving up was bad. Those were mistakes. Those were shameful things. You should be ashamed. Now stay in the house and don't let nobody see you, because they're going to see what you did when you were giving up. Does that make sense? My point is, though, I can enjoy my life. Maybe I'm depressed, maybe I'm not. I don't know. But if I am depressed, I can still enjoy my life. I can still enjoy this vlog. I can still be happy. I don't have to be depressed. Like, you know how everybody's like, it's a choice. Yeah, in that sense, like, it is a choice. Like, some days I'm not going to, okay, let's put it like this. This is good. Some days I'm not going to be strong enough to choose. Some days I'm not going to be strong enough to choose. But on the days that I have the opportunity and the strength to choose whether to enjoy my life or to just be a victim to depression, I'm going to start telling myself that it's okay to enjoy my life. That's what it is. I'm going to start telling myself that it's okay to enjoy my life. That, hey, like, you're strong enough to pick. You don't have to be a victim today. If you want to go out and run today, you can go run. If you want to decorate your wall or try to like set up some type of decorations for your vlog, you can do that. You know, if you want to play around with your camera and just make silly ass pictures or videos, go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, you feel me? You don't have to go all the way out. You don't have to go to the club. You don't have to like meet a whole bunch of people and like acquire a big friend group. Nah, that's fine. You don't have to talk to all the parents at your kid's school. You know, that's fine. But it's the little things that I'm starting to notice that I tell myself, you know, in my head, I'll be like, oh, probably can't do that because I'm sad. But I really want to do the shit. Like, I really want to do it, but I don't do it because I'm sad. That's weird, right? Right. I'm trying to get over that. That's the moral of all this shit. I have to get over telling myself I can't do something because I'm supposed to be sad. That's weird. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Buddy, do it. Please do it. Okay. So, we're wrapping it up here. We're almost done. So the last thing I want to touch on is, I guess, timing and separation. I want to point out the fact that I tried my hardest to stay on topic during this video. And when I change topics, I sip my tea. So that way I can tell myself and tell my future self when I'm editing that I'm transitioning to a new topic, a new scene. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be important from here on out. Trying to divide my vlog up into segments. And it looks like 4 segments is a good time for me. So if I start thinking in that manner, then maybe I can develop like some type of system, you know? 30 divided by 4 should be about like 8. 8 times 2, 16, like 30, no, it's like 7. Like 7.5, right? 30 divided by 4, so about 7 minutes each segment, 4 segments. And then then the end of the video, you know? Got the intro, work on the outro. Maybe I can do like an interlude, you know, intermission. I can do some cooning in the middle, you know, do a little cooning. Everybody loves some cooning. And yeah, just really bring this whole vlog thing together so that way I can start enjoying what I'm creating, because I'm on the verge of giving up. Like, I'm not gonna give up, but I'm scared because I don't know how much of the giving up feeling I can take before I give in. Does that make sense? I don't know how long I can feel like giving up and resist it before I give in. I don't know how strong I am. So I gotta do something about it before I'm overcome with giving up, with defeat. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So working hard, staying strong, day by day, moving on. What can I say? I'm riding around and I'm getting it. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. Alright, I'm out of here. That's that. Hasta mañana.